And it's a pleasure to have you here in this UN side event hosted by Hecho por Nosotros and animaná at the 64th Commission for Social Development, from ancestral knowledge to ethical AI, co-creating inclusive policies for social development and justice. My name is Natalie. I am Sustainability Consultant at Hecho por Nosotros, and I will be your moderator for today's session. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone who made this event possible. I would like to thank our partner, our collaboration, for your continued trust, and for and the entire Hecho por Nosotros team for their dedication, creativity, and commitment, which truly made this gathering possible.
So this event reflects our shared commitment to bridging wisdom, grassroots innovation and emerging technologies to reimagine development models that are inclusive, ethical and just. And together we will explore how traditional knowledge and creative industries and responsible AI can inform policy and frameworks that place communities, culture and human dignity at the center of social development.
The tech innovations are there. The key challenge is how do we do this sustainably in a manner that does not increase the digital divide. Policy can play a critical role in ensuring that ethical AI models are co-created with local leaders and indigenous communities, informed by wisdom and knowledge of the indigenous and local communities, making sure that ethical guidelines are in place. Policy can prioritize education of ethics of AI for designers, coders, users, AI training for local youth, grassroots, indigenous communities, and everyone else. AI training and data systems with a focus on local languages, local context, indigenous contexts are critical. Policy can help here. AI infrastructure that consumes less water and energy. AI innovation to create more jobs. AI will ultimately only serve the public good if policy decisions focus on strengthening social protection systems, on local, indigenous, grassroots empowerment, on developing models that work in low-resource settings so everyone can access the benefits.
However, I think AI is actually a great equalizer of opportunities because it allows us to manage complex, renewable energy and heavy grids without massive capital expenditure. So we can import the knowledge of all the humanity just in the hands of every human, every people who is living here in Latin America. And I think the rich and poor nation could find a very good place to not only share knowledge, but also to share the experience that are evolving all humanity.
So, as an example, one of the main strategic objectives that FONCEL strengthens the communities is through inclusive procurement, as I said, especially through B2B partnerships. We focus on helping companies to integrate inclusive suppliers into the wholesale and corporate purchasing processes. So within the platform, we build trusted networks that can be created by network organizations like yours that give confidence to the buyers, no? So their AI can really leverage a lot of the effort.
Conversations like today are essential because they remind us that technology must be built with communities, not merely for them. And when we ask what youth, AI, and indigenous and ancestral practices have in common, we're actually asking a deeper question, which is, who gets to shape the future and whose knowledge counts in that process? And I see three very strong connections. First of all three of these are future-shaping forces. AI influences how societies make decisions at scale. Youth represent demographic and cultural momentum because they will live the longest with the consequences of today's systems. Indigenous and ancestral practice bring long-term civilizational memory and intergenerational thinking. And together, they form a continuum of intelligence across time.
Es muy importante esta organización Hecho por Nosotros, animaná, por darnos la participación en este curso que estamos implementando ahora de fotografía con los jóvenes hijos de artesanos de nuestras comunidades, no solo sausalitos, sino hay comunidades que están entre la cuenca que lo llamamos nosotros de nuestra puna jujeña, y para nosotros es muy importante los cursos, aprender fotografía para nosotros poder vender nuestros productos hacia el mundo.
In this lab too, what we did is to do an introduction of a research that we're doing from local communities from Latin America and China, and we are using AI to do some research about their techniques. And I explained the frameworks that we are using and are using right now. This first research is not completed yet because it takes a lot of time. And what we wanted to focus is that we are not using AI as a final conclusion, but it's only a tool that will help the people that is interested in learning more about this community.
Following the reflections shared in our lab, it's clear that integrating AI with communal wisdom demands a total paradigm shift. We had a colleague, Delia, from Fab Lab. She pointed out, based on her work with women artisans, that we cannot continue to treat communities as a mere data source. So we believe we must build 3 fundamental pillars. The first one will be full technological sovereignty. It is not enough to simply ask for permission. We must advocate for the complete sovereignty of communities so they can develop their own AI. So technology must be a tool for them under their own governance rather than an external system that merely classifies them. The second pillar will be knowledge as a living entity. We must understand that ancestral knowledge is not static. It's not a museum. It is knowledge that evolves. So the AI must be capable of supporting that evolution without freezing wisdom into a technical spreadsheet that strips away its dynamism. And the third one will be true co-creation and representation. The participation of experts like Delia, for example, is fundamental, but the next step is essential. We need representatives at the center of this conversation. They must be the ones leading these dialogues about their own vision, about their own emotions, and about their own interests.
And we explore how the fast fashion impacts the environment through climate change, pollution, and the textile waste, and biodiversity loss, and how it also creates serious social problems like the precarious working conditions, the exploitation of workers, especially for women, and the marginalization of artisans, and the loss of the cultural knowledge.
What is the ethical side of using digital tools and artificial intelligence in respect of local communities? And that it should not be one-sided process, not just pushing local communities in this process. First of all, we discussed that we need to listen to local communities, to indigenous people, local artisans, and move forward collaboratively, because only listening all involved stakeholders, it is possible to achieve a common goal, which will be really lead to proper results and really help local people to survive.
Integrar a los jóvenes con los saberes ancestrales, con los mayores, con la tecnología, hoy puede ser ese punto de inflexión que transforme las cadenas de valor, que genere oportunidades locales, que nos dé la oportunidad de mejorar todo nuestro sistema de vida, de inspirarnos, de que los mismos artesanos sean los maestros, profesores, los maestros de esta sabiduría ancestral conectada con el conocimiento y la tecnología. Los espero para seguir construyendo juntos, tejiendo el cambio. Gracias.